this is Joanne from Pie in the Sky. I'm in recovery. Yesterday was April 10th and it was Clay Day Play Day, and we had a turnout, a lovely, huge turnout of 22 people. They did an awesome job, and right now we're getting to finish up the few areas that they left, which, trust me, is not very much. And if they'd been a little bit taller, we would have gotten further. So it gave us a huge boost, and now we're almost finished with the base coat of plaster. So let me kind of show you what we did yesterday to get through that. First of all, we mixed, I don't know how many loads yesterday, I think it was about 6. Start with 5 gallons of water, a 5-gallon bucket of sand, and a 5.5 gallons of clay. And then you set it to mix, and luckily this mixes. Yesterday towards the end of the day it kind of gave out and we had to hand mix some. But that was okay, it wasn't too bad. We started off learning how to do that anyway, so it was a good reminder that we've come a long way. So everyone that was here had a great time, loved it, and they're all ready to come back and do the downstairs, of which there's lots and lots of walls to do down there. And their reward at the end of the day, besides the lemonade and cookies, they were able to put their hand in our clay wall of fame here. We're going to put glass over this, seal it off. This is one of the original doors from the downstairs when you came in to go to the stairs upstairs, and then this will hang on the wall. So what we had left for people to do yesterday was this wall here, this top insert right there, this column, and then from this column on down, we had done nothing. So yesterday's people finished this area, this column, all the way under all of the windows, and head-high reach, or as far as everyone could reach, and then a little bit on the ladder, all the way around the room. So that all we've done this morning is we've come back and finished, and we're finishing the top area that nobody could reach or access. Joaquin's finishing scraping some of the paint that we hadn't gotten done. So it was a good thing nobody could reach that high, because we still had a few little bits and pieces to do. But overall, they did an awesome job, and I can't exclaim how much help that it was and how fun that it was. Everyone had a great time, laughed and had fun, and stopped every once in a while for cookies and lemonade. Okay, as we go through, hoping that Joaquin finishes this shortly, and then we'll finish the plastering of this whole wall, and that will be done. What I like about the hand plastering is it really takes away the cracking issue. When we do it, the first coat with the trowel, it tends to be thicker and it cracks more. This way it's a thinner mixture, and you just kind of smear it on by hand, and it works great. Some of the kids that were helping were a little over enthusiastic, and they just kind of patted it on the wall. So we've gone back and cleaned that up a little bit, but you can see there's areas where that cracks, and that's the difference. So it's one of those things that you find out by trial and error. As we walk by the windows, even though we've put a lot of work into the windows on the inside, there still is that factor of getting them all out, and we're discussing that coming soon as a project to be. We're looking at finalizing some things, and within the next 6 weeks having our building permits. Then we'll take all these insets, these 3 in the middle will come out, and then we'll bring them inside and sand them down and fix anything that's not quite working very well. Some of the sashes have a lot of rot, and we're trying to figure out whether we can tint the windows or what we can do to stop some of the sun from destroying everything inside. So, and this is a wall that everyone completed yesterday. Again, as high as their hands could reach, that's where they went, and that's great. And we're coming along behind them and finishing that plaster now. But it saved us, if you think about it, we had people that were here for 2, 3, 4 hours. We probably got 30 man hours of work yesterday, which is just an amazing amount of help. I hope everyone realizes what a bonus it was. So same thing with these windows over here. They're on the list to come out. And after this, we actually will finish with this plaster coat probably by today, maybe a little bit left for Thursday. And then we're going to finish these walls right here where you can see the metal studs coming down, or not really studs, but the metal that's there. We're going to put wire over that, and we're going to plaster that. That will eventually be one of the straw walls, and then the wellness room, kitchen, etc., etc. But this is where that will be. We'll bring the wire down here and plaster that, and then that's coming up next. The huge project that we're doing, we've already started in a very small way, is grinding the rust off the trusses. And that's going to be a very lengthy project, but since I've decided to go the hard route, everything that we do pretty much has to be done by hand. So we're going to take a grinder and do a section at a time and then seal it off. Last thing I want to remind everyone of, other than thank you very much for all the support and help, is to keep an eye on Facebook and the web page. We are finalizing all the little details for the Kickstarter. We go live on April 23rd, and we will before then send out information as to how people can access the project itself and how you can donate and what else that we would ask you to do. So if you kind of just keep your mind set open and be willing to just kind of put yourself out there and add new friends and share this information with everybody that you can think of, that would be really good for us. What's happening is we've talked about this before, and one of the things that we need to do before we can proceed with anything downstairs is we have to raise the floor a foot. And that's part of the, we are in a flood zone, and not only are we in a flood zone, we flood. So I've seen that for myself. I've stood in the water in the bottom of the building and know that it happens. So part of the regulations and part of the compromise that we came up with was the ability to just raise the floor a foot. But it's a huge expense, and that's part of what we're trying to do is phase one of our Kickstarter and get us kicked off the ground. So thanks for your support.